what's up? Welcome back. So we had a great session at the track last time. Got some good baseline numbers. I'm happy with what we got, and it got me excited for what's come next, how to make the car faster, better. So I got some plans coming up for next year, next month, as quick as I can do it. And I think that's what I want to share today, what the next goals and the plans are to achieve them are. I got a couple parts waiting on the bench. We see right there. So what we got in there. But yeah, mainly what we have to look forward to in the next couple weeks. All right, let's go over what we got going on. Overall plan for next year that I'm really excited about. So biggest thing you can tell right here, got some GSC S2 cams that I'm looking forward to installing. The only thing is most people have to machine their heads to get them to fit, just because of the height of the lobes tends to hit the casting of the head. So I'm gonna have to pull the head to install those, which is a big bummer. It's something I really didn't want to have to do, but if it means I can put the cams in, some might be worth it. Here I have some BC springs and retainers. I bought these on a whim. I got a good deal on them, but they're not what I want to run. I got a hold of GSC, and I think I'm gonna run some GSC, the conical springs that they have. I'm gonna, hopefully Black Friday I can find a good deal on those, and then I'll put these up for sale, and that'll take care of the head situation. Maybe I'll not go crazy on a pour and polish, but I'll do some cleaning up while I have it apart. After that, the radium surge tank. We're gonna do dual Walbro 450s inside of here, and then a Walbro 250 inside of the OEM tank. So the 250 feeds into here, the 450 suck out of here, send to the engine, we make power. That's the plan. Actually, we're gonna go in the trunk today, do some measurements, see what lines and fittings we're gonna need. We can get those parts ordered and hopefully get this installed soon, because once we have that installed, we can turn up the boost after we get this clutch installed. So I just got the last piece that I've been waiting for to install this clutch, which was this 3/4 inch master that is out of a Land Cruiser. One thing I need to do is I need to check the spacing on this, see how it's going to compare to the stock one. Might have to modify it, pretty sure. So that combined with the twin disc, when we put that in, so it's going to hold all the power we want. This is all rebuilt, so it's pretty much brand new setup. So I'm going to install this on my buddy Erwin's shop. He's going to give me a hand. Got the clutch, master cylinder. Gonna have to check out how that fits. Also have my ATI damper that I want to install. Billet tensioner for the pulley. New tensioner that we're going to install with it. My timing belt is new, but I have another new one. Maybe I'll just swap it out when I go to do the cams. I'll install all of these when I go to do the cams, because all of that has to come apart anyways. And then it's cool to go fast, but you also want to stop. So I bought some 300ZX twin turbo calipers. Not the small ones, the big ones. What is it, 32 millimeters? 32, I forget what it is, 32 millimeters. Came with these braided brake lines. I have to see how they fit, but these things are beat and ugly. So I'm gonna pull them apart, rebuild them. I got a rebuild kits right here, one for each caliper. Rebuild them, repaint them, make them look good. Obviously I'm gonna grind down the Nissan, I don't want that on the car. So yeah, that's what I have to look forward to right now. Those are my plans, but like I said, I need to take measurements for this, and also need to check spacing on the master cylinder. I think that's more important than the fuel right now, because the clutch is kind of what's limiting me. So let's take a look at how this clutch is going to fit right now, or the master cylinder. So I came in here, I was trying to measure the spacing for the clutch master cylinder. You can see right back in there. I can't get my calipers in there, but research online has shown that the Land Cruiser and the Cressida share the same spacing. So this should be a bolt-on affair. We'll find out when we actually go to do it. We know how that works. So that's everything I need to install the clutch. So I'm really excited about that. All I got to do is schedule some time with Erwin when I can take it to a shop and give me a hand at his shop and put it on the lift. Makes everything a lot easier versus having to do it here in the garage laying on my back. So I'm looking forward to that. That's perfect. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I just want to verify to anyone that's also doing a surge tank or any other work like this. I thought I'd buy a surge tank, I'd be able to kind of bolt it in easy, throw some pumps in it, a couple lines, get it connected, and it should be good to go. But even buying like a pre-made part, like there's still a lot of stuff that has to go into it. I still have to change all those top fittings, figure out the mounting for it, figure out the routing for it. It's still a lot of work. It's kind of surprising to me. You know, you look at some of these cars that have them set up in the trunk, they look really good, and just the more I work on this car, the more appreciative I become of other people's cars and how much work they put into it. So I'll just keep putting in my work. Hopefully it motivate someone else to do their work to a higher standard, and their car comes out nice. But let me finish up with the shopping list that I got for the search team. Packing everything up to go to Irwin's in 2 days. So let's see, it's hard to open this up. So I got the twin disc, it's in right here, hydraulic, throwout bearing, new Land Cruiser master cylinder. Got that, got the reservoir that we're gonna put on it. We have the alignment tool for the clutch. And what else do I need? I think that's all. And then I also have this Wilwood kit that I was gonna install, but it's not gonna work on my car. But if I need pieces out of it, I'll be able to use it. So cool, got all that. Next up, go to Irwin's. And we made it to Eurotech. And I don't know why all the doors are closed. We gotta find a place to park. Let me see what's going on here. Got my parking spot. It's my buddy Erwin. Owns Eurotech. Gonna help me do the clutch. Let it cool down and we'll get started. Oh, that one looks good. What is it? Sweet place to work on the car. And there's dogs. It's always good when there's dogs. This thing looks sick. Alright, well apparently I can't drive my own car into the shop. The shop owner has to drive it in for me. If he can figure out how to open the door. Okay. Like one of the few times I've been outside of the car. He's only the second person to drive it. So, get it in, get started. I'm a little nervous. I don't know. Like, what if something doesn't go right? I'll get to it. You know, it's one of those things. Oh yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah. It's the first time I'm gonna have the car on the lift. Looking forward to it. Alright, so far we got the drive shaft off. Got Erwin here helping me. We're working on leveling out the tranny. We're gonna start getting those bolts off, get the tranny out. I already loosened the pressure plate. Now we have to work around the exhaust to get it off. Covered in oil. This thing's pushing out oil. Now that the horsepower went up, the tranny's pushing out oil from the back seal and up by the shifter. So we'll try to put some vents on it, try to fix that. Mike's over there yelling at someone for not doing a walk around now, and I think this car. What? Disconnect the vacuum?
I drove there home, turned off, local, so from like...
Alright, almost got the tranny out.
Like, Allen shop, so my dad's house, local.
These guys are telling me not to break in my clutch.
Man up.
Send it.
Just send it?
Just send it, bro.
Just send it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Erwin jumped up top, get the top tranny bolts. It's a process taking a bit longer than expected, but
That's what she said.
good one. Fucking got the tranny out.
My automotive feature.
This thing looks beat.
As the testosterone level goes up,
You can-
the age level comes down.
See where it's fucking. You can see where it's been dragging
What's up,
or
guys?
slipping.
Oh.
Got the tranny out, but it's leaking somewhere along this input shaft. It's leaking, so we're gonna have to take off the bell housing, take off that cover. What? What'd you say? You think we're gonna finish tonight?
What?
Think we're gonna finish tonight?
11. Sounds like a good night.
Think we're gonna finish tonight?
I gotta go home.
Oh, thanks for the food. I gotta go. I buy these guys pizza for coming out and hanging out, and everyone for helping out. And this guy's like, all right, thanks. I gotta go.
Daddy duties right now, man.
Daddy duty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oscar, what's the current situation?
Current situation, we're experiencing a leak,
A leak. Okay.
and we're gonna go ahead and replace the seal.
Okay. What seal is it?
I'm not sure which one is it.
Everyone, what's going on?
Well, pretty much the transmission input shaft seal is leaking.
Okay.
It's creating a little
Something along
wetness
here.
around the clutch.
I don't know. Somewhere around here.
Shaft.
Somewhere this shaft. Somewhere in this vicinity.
And
It's leaking.
the shaft goes in and out and stuff like that. It creates a little fluid coming out and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Getting
All
the
right.
clutch wet.
Yeah, so we found a lot of fluid inside of the bell housing, and we suspect the input shaft seal. So Oscar and I, or these guys know of a 24-hour advanced auto.
They were headed to the hood.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the hood, pick up some parts, and we'll be back. Erwin's gonna handle a couple things while we're gone. Keep stuff rolling. We'll be back. Don't miss us. I want some Coke. Coca-Cola, let me clarify. These guys demolished the pizza. I think this is mine. It's mine now. I asked Oscar if I could drive. He said, hell no. Look at this. Look at this. Listen to it. Listen to it. Sounds pretty good. We got a personal Uber. Appreciate it. Sitting in these new Kirky seats he has, and I'm not completely against them yet, but I'm not all for them yet either. Maybe. We need to line up the Cressida big time. How much does this car weigh?
This car weighs about 3,100 pounds.
3,100? It's already lighter than the Cressida. Oh, beautiful. Look back at it, Oscar. Look back at it. Look at him. He can't even walk away without looking back.
If you don't look back, you got the wrong car.
So somehow, like I said, Oscar and Erwin know of a 24-hour AutoZone. I've never even heard of that.
It's inside a mall.
Inside of
Underneath
a mall. Dude, not only is it open 24 hours, but they have the part that I need, that input shaft seal. It's nuts. Thank you, sir. Mad scientist. Yeah, I'm on.
How'd it go? You looking at torque specs?
What's up? What are you looking up?
He's documenting everything.
What, man?
Restrictions to put this.
Bolted in. I think 200 thousandths.
Where you bolted in?
It's not lining up. All right, next update. We got a new input shaft seal. Had to go back, get the right one, get the wrong one. Saw the new hydraulic throwout bearing. Get that done. Got everything torqued down. Next thing we're gonna do is
Air gap on the hydraulic bearing.
air gap. Yep. So we're gonna measure those, shim accordingly, and continue on. Boom. So we just got done setting the air gap on this hydraulic throwout bearing, which was math isn't our strong suit, is it?
Hell.
No.
That's why we work
Yeah,
with
no.
hands and not in
Yeah.
the office.
I had to take a calculator out to do some measurements on a fucking ruler. So Got that set, everything bolted down. I think we're gonna put it back in. All right, let's throw this thing back in. So it's kind of a shame. That's a good looking flywheel and you never get to see it. And it's unique on these cars where the clutch goes on with the transmission. Most cars aren't like that. Okay. Well, we had this bolted in because we were checking the air gap and then we took it off and I was getting mad at Erwin. I was like, we just had it bolted down. Why are you taking it off? Well, you have to install the R154 with the clutch in the tranny. Then you use these access holes on the side to tighten down the pressure plate to the flywheel. That's what we're about to do. All right, hopefully going up. Oh God, for the last time. One thing we did was the yellow mark is actually marking where the dowels are on the pressure plate so we can line them up with the dowels on the flywheel when we go to bolt it in. And all we can see is through this little hole. So hopefully that'll make it easier. So hopefully next time I pull this out, is to upgrade it. That's it. Oh, you're recording? Alright, so what we got going on right now is we're drilling and tapping the shifter housing to put some vents on it since I'm having issues with it pushing out fluid. So I got these little vents. They're diff vents, 1/8 inch MPT. Tap it, put these, screw them in, and hopefully that'll help relieve some pressure inside of the tranny instead of it pushing out of the shifter housing or the rear output seal. Alright, latest update. Clutch is in, torque down, putting in the final bolts. I've got everything except the very top 2 bolts that go all the way up top behind the valve cover. I need to put those in, so I need to get on the ladder, or actually I can lower the car, tighten those up. And if I sound a little drowsy, it's because we started this around 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. What does that say? It's 3 a.m. And I still have to do the master cylinder. That's something I still have to swap out. So I'm trying to stay awake, get this done. But twin disc, more power, something to look forward to. So I need to pump myself up and knock this out. Maybe after just a little nap, just a small one. All right, push through. So it looks like we have a car back together, but we don't have a car back together. If we sound tired, because it's 5:30 in the morning, we've been working for almost 12 hours straight on doing this clutch. So the car is almost buttoned up, except for one problem. The spec hydraulic throwout bearing, the thread is different than the OEM Toyota threads for the clutch line. And it doesn't give you an adapter. There's nothing in the kit to adapt it. And we can't go anywhere at 5:30 to find an adapter. So we have to wait till, I don't know, shop's open at what? 9, 10 o'clock if we're lucky. So we're just buttoning up whatever we can right now, trying to stay awake. And then hopefully when the store's open, just buy the adapter and then we can get rolling quickly from there. Just put it on, put some fluid in, bleed it. I can drive home. But I'm kind of beat. Erwin? Tired? 24 hours? Yeah. Same. So, we kind of fell asleep at the shop. How'd you sleep, Erwin? Yeah? I mean, what do we got? 8:18, we've been up for a little bit. We slept for what? An hour? Hour and a half? Shoo! Yeah. Oh, I sat down on the crescent and I passed out. So what we're waiting on right now is the fitting like I said, for the master cylinder down to the hydraulic throwout bearing, I gotta go find a fitting. But Erwin doesn't have a car at the shop, and my car isn't working. So I'm kind of waiting for Peepa to get here to give me a ride. So in the meantime, cleaning up, organize stuff, because Erwin kind of has to work here today. His boss is gonna be upset if he doesn't go to work. All right, here's the current situation. My Uber picked me up because food is being provided. So it's stopping us. This little fitting to fit the master cylinder down to the hydraulic throwout bearing. So mission today, try to find one of these with the correct thread. See how many places we stop at. You think IBT's gonna have it?
I have high hopes.
High hopes?
High hopes.
Alright, we'll see. I'm still half asleep. Alright, so Peepa took me to spot number 1. No go. Think spot number 2?
High hopes. High hopes.
I don't even care anymore. I'm just tired. I slept in the crust the last time. Alright, we made it to, what was it? Power Source Motorsports Speed, that's a mouthful. Speed shop. And we got what we needed. Peepa, was this your suggestion or was it IBT's suggestion?
IBT suggestion. But I told you about the shampoo.
So what we ended up buying, we had to get, let's see, ended up being a Dash 3 male. Let's see if I can focus. To a 10mm 1.0 female. Inverted flare. Yeah, so if you're doing a spec twin disc, open up 3AN male to a 10mm by 1 female inverted flare. Another mouthful. Go back to Erwin's shop, throw it on, bleed it. Hopefully I can go home. I'm tired. A little more. A little more. Fucking awesome. This guy's holding fluid in the front. I'm pumping. I'm starting to get pressure in the pedal. And then, where is he? And that guy's helping out. Erwin, how are we looking?
Finally made some progress.
Okay. So we have pressure in the pedal. When I let go, the air gap comes back. Erwin's able to spin the hydraulic release bearing. So looking good. I think the next step might be taking it for a little stroll around the block. That's it. We did it. Got it together. Took it for a little spin. Felt good. Clutch is a little chattery. The pedal is a little high in the travel. It's actually really high in the travel. I don't like it. That's something I have to adjust. But now comes a painful part of putting 500 break-in miles of street driving. I'm not on the street right now. It's supposed to be light to light, but I'm ready to go home. Been away for 2 days. I just want to get home, then I'll put 500 street miles on it. And I'll put up a review on what I think about this spec twin disc. And hopefully we'll put some more power to it. So, thanks for following. Looking forward to the next video. I feel like most of my videos are at the gas pump because it's all I do. But this time I'm actually putting in 93. Since all we're doing is breaking in the clutch, we're not even able to get on it, so might as well get my money's worth. And it's pretty much empty at 14 gallons.
Filming.
What is it, John?
YouTube, comment, like this video if you like it. Watch some more if you don't like it. Horrible. Horrible. Just continue on.